Mayor Brandon Johnson is again slashing his proposed property tax hike as he tries to win key support from City Council with a December 31st budget deadline looming.
WGN political reporter Tamon Bradley live for us at City Hall this afternoon with the latest. Tamon?
Ben and Lourdes, good afternoon. Veteran alders say they don't recall the city being this far from a budget deal this late in the calendar, but that's the situation here as talks heat up. 29 days before the budget deadline, tension is growing at City Hall. Council members say they're worried about service disruptions and credit downgrades if a deal is not worked out. But the Johnson administration insists there's still time to reach agreement.
We're in the midst of negotiations with alders. We're in the midst of hearing their ideas. We're in the midst of running numbers based on what they're asking us.
Mayor Johnson started negotiations pushing for a $300 million property tax hike to avoid cuts and furloughs. That was unanimously rejected. Then the mayor pitched a $150 million property tax plan before abandoning that idea.
The people of Chicago say a lot of things to me, but they never say, Mayor Johnson, could you just cut these services? Mayor Johnson, can you just lay off more people? No one. I've been mayor for 18 months. Not one constituent has ever come up to me and said, lay off police officers, lay off firefighters, lay off street and sanitation workers.
Now it seems the mayor has settled on a package less than $100 million, perhaps tying the property tax increase to the consumer price index level, also known as CPI.
I know the mayor proposed $150 million. I don't think we're going to land at that number. We'll probably be closer to CPI than the 150, but nonetheless, there will be some level of property tax increase that will be part of the package.
Also apparently scrapped from the mayor's initial plans, a hike on liquor sales, and $60 million more for guaranteed basic income program. New taxes being discussed include parking and rideshare surcharges. Last week, a group of 15 alders released this letter recommending the city shrink the budget back to pre-pandemic spending levels. The mayor has dismissed that idea.
They're not interested in working with us. They're not interested in working with our proposal, and they just want to continue to spend money. They want to continue to raise revenue.
Bottom line here this afternoon, there's no consensus yet on the right mix of revenue and cuts as the clock winds down. Live from City Hall, Tamon Bradley, WGN News.
I know something that'll cut a couple $1 billion off. Get rid of those immigrants. That'll save y'all some money right there. That'll help everybody taxes come down right there. Oh, but Brandon Johnson says that's a threat to America.
And to the black family.
Yeah, he did.
For Thanksgiving, city council members are looking to sell about $806 million in municipal bond refinancing, all while there's a budget standoff with the mayor.
You are going down in history as the worst mayor in America. Let's start with cutting yours. You making too much money. Let's start there. And now let's start with the police detail you had, the 200 police detail you had. Let's start with that, because you Democrats, and you remember you told us to defund the police. Remember, you ran on that. Remember, you was to defund the police. Let's start with that. Let's defund the police detail that you have. And let's put the police back in our neighborhood, because we're not for defunding the police.
Trump, Tom Homan, make an example out this bro right here. Trump, Tom Homan, make an example out this Negro right here first. Please come here first, because you know what? We're going to help you. We want to forensic.
Ma'am, I would ask that you keep your, hold on a second, stop her time. Stop her time.
You told Trump you ain't going to blink? Well, we ain't either. You ain't above the law. And where you going to run to when Trump pours that Trump card out on you?
There's a 10-year prison sentence when you want to stand up here for those illegals.
You all sit up there and said you will not allow Trump to come in here and get these illegals. Yeah, you can smile. We're in $1 billion deficit. And you spent half of our money, half of that on illegals.
It's simple.
You campaign and double down that you would not raise property taxes. I ain't gonna do that. You campaign went around doing that. And here we are right now. You wanted to raise our taxes $300 million. They shut it down. Now we back here for $150 million. Okay. See, this is what we asking now. Since you want to crash out, some of y'all say y'all willing to go to jail for it. Trump, Tom Homan, make an example out this Negro right here first. Please come here first. Because you know what? We're going to help you. We want a forensic
Ma'am, I would
audit.
ask that you
We want a
keep your,
forensic
hold on a
audit.
second, stop her time. Stop her time. Just a second, stop her time. Ma'am, I would ask that you, if you want to continue speaking,
Shut up, Mohawk.
if you want to continue speaking, you have to make sure that your language is appropriate, okay?
Negro is inappropriate.
All right.
We got Alex.
Okay, you can begin her time again.
You
This is a
gonna
little
spend our
Spanish.
tax dollars to go, Michael Rodriguez, you said to take Trump to court to protect these illegals. You said you're going to spend our tax dollars to take Trump to court to protect these illegals if they try to come in your district. And then you said all of y'all in cahoots with each other to do it. Okay, so now we about to make y'all famous. We're going to let all y'all constituents know who y'all ratting for, that y'all wouldn't spend our tax dollars to protect illegals and to get them legal services. So that's what we're doing. That's cool because we about to make all of y'all aldermen famous. Flip Chicago red. We not playing.
Yo, hey, she cooking. Get on the channel,
that.
bro.
Come get him. Hey, Trump, Tom Homan. I'm telling you, the people, they ready for January 20th. They heard what Trump and Tom Homan and them said. The news tell them, oh, it's racist and unethical. Hey, the people said something different. They said black people will be against it. The black people said something different. Hey, I can't wait, baby.
Yeah, a lot of people are scared right now on the left. Who are
Oh,
doing
they
corrupt
should be. They
things,
should be
bro.
shaking in their boots. They should be pissing down their leg. Oh, I can't wait.
That's why that pardon
I
was
can't wait.
ironic timing,
Hey,
you know?
hey, that was
And
him
the fact
giving
that
Trump
it
the
goes
green
back
flag.
so far. And you know, I saw on the PBD podcast today that he was like, he really did that to protect himself. Because think about it.
Boy.
You go commit a crime with you and your partner, and he gets freed from everything.
Him, his uncle, his son.
Now he can't snitch on you for nothing. You know, he can't testify, he can't do anything. So that helps you. I said, damn.
It's protect him, his brother, and his son.
Because he couldn't
whole family
pardon
dealings.
his own self. So I was like, yeah, that's smart.
Whole family dealings.
That's smart, man.
Hey,
Tide
man,
is turning.
all I got to say is he just gave Trump the green light. Go use your presidential power. And boy, they was celebrating. They was up in arms and justifying it. Oh, I can't wait till them tables turn, and they gonna turn. I done told you.
We saw it, bro. We saw it coming. They were going too far with the stuff on the left. Like, it was just too extreme. And we saw the red wave coming. Like, we saw it. The people on this channel, we all, as a community, we witnessed it together.
We did. Hey, what's the over-under that they start running the in the arms of the angels for them illegals?
If it wasn't for Chicago, Illinois might have been red.
I bet it literally would have been. I bet.
Have you seen the map? Have you seen the map?
Yes, we see.
There's so many people in Chicago.
It was super red, and then Chicago votes came in, and then
Was it because
It's like
Illinois is a blue state usually?
Because
We can relook it
Chicago
up.
one of
We
the
can
biggest
relook it up.
cities.
Is it because of Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Chicago that did it.
Chirac.
Can you click on it and see how many?
Why y'all think they
Is that
call
possible?
it that?
Because it's a danger zone. It's a
Oh.
war zone.
Why is it so dangerous?
Because of them thugs out there.
Why
I
is
don't
there so
think- I
many
don't think you
thugs
can
there?
Yeah, that's insane. That's
Hey, once black people turn over, it's over for Democrats.
you know, it's gonna take some time for black women, but the men, I don't think it's gonna take as much time. I think once we start seeing all the positive, good things that come from this administration, the demographics gonna shift.
Yeah.
And this happened actually in a lot of states. A
Yeah,
lot
look
of
at
them
bro.
was red.
Look at California, bro. Go over there to California real quick for me, sir.
They said Kamala Harris is the first presidential candidate since 1932 to not flip a single county.
Well, a lot of that was blue, but
So the coast-
But
the coast-
look, it's
that's why
light
they call-
blue. How's LA not?
majority of it's red.
That's
LA
why they-
should be black.
That's what they
purple.
call it. They call it the coastal elites because them coastal regions all blue.
It's the per capita, bro. They just got more
Yeah.
people in those cities, man.
Yeah, man, that's why they got the Electoral College, man, to balance it out.
The good old Electoral College.
Brandon Johnson, the good news is we got 48 days before Trump take that oath. In January, ICE gonna come in and get rid of the illegal immigrants. Here's the thing. In order for us to get these taxes, we gotta get rid of these illegals. So this was gonna happen to you. You got Cash Patel and Pam Bundy that you're gonna have to deal with sooner than later. Then it's gonna be an audit. Next, it's gonna be an investigation. Then it's gonna be an indictment.
Oh, shit.
think there's gonna be a
That's how
conviction.
you do it.
He brought a jumpsuit.
I like that.
They said
He brought
I
a
like that.
jumpsuit.
They said I like that.
Conviction. That's what's going to happen to you.
One thing that Chicago people know very well is how to spot a scam. And the scam has been exposed. I want to say thank you to the city council. I want to say thank y'all for voting down that $300 million. Thank you for saving us $300 million. Thank you for saying no to $150 million. And we want y'all to say no to the $60 million. You all did not get enough hand claps, enough support, enough love. Know that the whole country was clapping and proud of the work of this city council, because our mayor is embarrassing us, y'all, around the world. And you all took the power back from him to say the city of Chicago is out of the business of funding illegals. We are out of the business of prioritizing non-American citizens on top of the American citizens who go out in this cold weather every day to make money to pay their taxes.
The budget will be balanced. The budget will include investments. The ultimate work is to have real progressive revenue at the state level. Whatever we do in this particular budget cycle, we're going to have to do more statewide. And it's not limited to the state of Illinois. This is a dynamic that exists all over the country. And so that's why I said, by the way, Chase Redwinko has joined us, our city's comptroller. Our finance and budget team, they are rolling up their sleeves, working hard every single day, not every single day with the governor's team, but every single day on this budget, but on a regular basis with the governor's team. I've had multiple conversations with Speaker Welch, the Senate president, other state reps and state senators, talking to our congressional leaders. This is an ongoing dynamic that really requires progressive, bold leadership in this moment.
Again, progressive revenue policies will only fail and continue to exacerbate the city's financial woes. I was recently in Nashville with my wife 2 weeks ago, and I just randomly met 4 people who had moved from Chicago to Tennessee because of the tax burden. A number of my friends have moved to Colorado, they moved to Nashville, they moved to Texas. We don't want to move, but there's really no alternative. If we're just going to continue to raise taxes, people are not going to want to move here, or people are not going to want to stay here.
Yep, and that's happening in all liberal cities. Brandon Johnson, you're a liar like Joe Biden.
I came in here because I wanted my life back. And lo and behold, wow, the answers that I've gotten. But you, sir, said also the other day that the presidency of Trump disrupts black Americans. It doesn't. You disrupt black Americans. Your workforce development scheme with Michael David Rodriguez, your immigration scheme with Vasquez, and your housing scheme with Cjo Lopez. You a criminal. You should be investigated by the IG. But I know it's a gangster in this room, a criminal. One that thinks that he is above the law, that he can dictate the law. Y'all want to be relevant. But I'm telling you, the people in the city of Chicago need good representation. They need a representation that don't lean towards corruption. They need a representation that don't use people because they think they can. And you and them people over there, y'all pledge to serve us, not Cotton Zara, not a personal interest, but y'all do. And you can smirk all you want.
Mr. Sims, direct your attention towards me, please.
You a criminal. Why do I got to address you? The feds need to address you. DOJ need to address you, and hopefully Donald Trump will address you. Yeah. Because you're going to protect the undocumented. Why you going to allow for the citizens in Chicago to suffer under your, 33%? You and Cjo Lopez cooked that 3% up a long time ago. Y'all called it a circuit breaker. Y'all been talked about it. Remember, before you came in here and gave that jovial speech, you need to be inspected. You and that creep over there.
Sergeant at Arms, please restore order, please.
They mad, y'all. But I thought y'all wanted to beef on the police. Let them go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms, for restoring order. I would kindly and respectfully ask that this body and those that are here to observe government to come back to order and allow the police and anyone else who can help address that situation and bring it under control. In the meantime, order has been restored.
What you just saw with Sam's is where you want all of us to be.
See, they all wearing red.
You want all of us to be stock rate out our minds.
You want us to feel pressed against the wall. You want us to feel helpless. You want us to feel hopeless. You want to see us turn on one another. But there's some real ones out here. And we're going to stick together. But when it comes to people like you, Brandon Johnson, black people like you, who sit up here and think you're going to bully us, that's why everybody coming after you now.
Good afternoon.
I want to know, how does it feel that Trump is in office right now?
That camo, John. Yes, Sirski.
You see the Mayor Brandon Johnson, you underestimate us. You underestimate the black people, and you underestimate Chicago Red. We're the thorn in y'all side, and we're going to be the thorn on everybody else in this council member side too. If you don't stop what you're doing, we're going to take matters in our own hand, and we're going to stop it. When you took ShotSpotter off after the DNC, more shots have been committed. Do you know how many people got shot and killed? 20. One was a police officer, and he was doing his duty. And then some maniac over here wanted to shoot him dead, cold-blooded and stuff. So my thoughts and prayers to the family of that Chicago police officer, Rolf Hand. But Brandon Johnson, I'm going to say this to you once. I'm not going to repeat myself again. If you don't stop this madness, not only we're going to come after your seat, but guess what? The worst news is Trump assigned Matt Gaetz as the AG. Once he come in after you, he going to sit up here and audit all this money that you've been spending on these illegals at the barbershop on the south side that didn't have no money so far from you and stuff. So why? I know what's going to happen. You're going to go down to the press conference, beat your chest up, and then you're going to talk all that smack. And then you're going to say, if a black man has not had the opportunity like a white man. But guess what? I'm a black man, and I don't see at you. I see through you. And I see the lies that you have been saying since you became office. We had enough problem with Lori Lightfoot, and now she's out because of racism. So when we vote you out, which racism are you going to address? White racism or black racism? You said you cannot figure out what the lesser of the two evil will be. So guess what's going to happen? You know that Trump had pulled 45% of the voter in the state of Illinois, 37 in the city of Chicago. That's the statistic. That means that Illinois is turning purple. We're going to turn red. And for some of these city councilmen member, I warn you, do not sit with Brandon Johnson. We're going to get them seats.
I'm going to start with what you said, Tuesday?
We're going to defend the people of this city. Because look, his attack, let's be very clear, the president-elect, former President Trump, his threat is not just towards new arrivals and undocumented families. His threats are also against black families. He has a vision to destroy public education. So when he talks about Project 2025 and dismantling public education, we're talking about a system that has been designed to create leveling opportunities for families who are descendants of slaves. Surely going to...
You always want to use black people in your press conferences, but don't do nothing for black people in Chicago.
Man, they are pissed off and ready for some change, and Trump is about to bring it. Them boys bringing no bullshit come January 20th. I can't wait.
The people have spoken.
They have spoken loud and clear.
I mean, nothing made me happier than this today, man. Yeah, this was awesome right here.
I love seeing how pissed off they are and how ready they are for the Trump administration. Because the media told you black people don't want this, black people don't want this, black people don't want Trump. Well, brother, we got the receipts right here and the facts right here, and they do want Trump.
Y'all think
Chicago is a black city.
It's been proven, guys. I mean, black people are waking up. I mean, from this latest election, I mean, it's continuing to happen, guys.
It is.
These woke Democrat mayors are gonna be pushed out.
Yeah, that race hustling ain't working on nobody.
Tiffany.
You see how OG in the SIU hoodie brought it up. He said, "Hey, that race hustling, y'all gonna come up here and say if a black man didn't have a chance." He said, "Well, I'm a black man. I see right through you." He said, "You gonna try to blame a different type of racism?" He said, "I'm a black man. You gonna blame black racism?"
I'm gonna say a lot of things to.
I can't can't wait to get his mohawk having ass up out of
I
there.
can't wait for real, man. I mean, everybody got to go.
Brandon Johnson is a disgrace to the Brandons.
Is Tiffany a mayor in Illinois?
Hell
Yes.
God.
They
Lee, they got some shit going on in Illinois.
Y'all remember when y'all said she shouldn't go to jail?
Not y'all.
Nah, it was me.
Not y'all.
You said, bro, I don't think anybody should go to jail.
Yeah.
I said,
nah.
what?
When I heard
Put
she
him
was
in jail too.
I said, put that in chains.
They said Tiffany spent the block on somebody in the neighborhood. Nigga, what?
Yeah, they
Oh,
said,
she
yeah.
gotta go to jail.
Oh, you ain't getting no business license either if you don't endorse weed.
No, that was crazy, man. Hey, guys, I mean, this is hilarious, man. Brandon Johnson, I mean, he's just
Y'all
like
should
Joe
knew.
Biden.
Like,
These
and Sala did
Democrats
say,
are like-
though, y'all elected a mayor with a mohawk.
Yeah, that would have been
And y'all
bad.
thought y'all was...
If I would have seen that picture, he
Like-
automatically done.
Let's keep it real, y'all. He got to be bald. If he was bald, you
Hey,
know...
you see Eric, I mean, we thought he was on his ass at first, then he woke up because he got a bald head. You know,
I told
And
y'all,
then
I
they
told y'all, I
indicted
told
him.
y'all I like
And then
Eric.
they charged
I
him.
told y'all I like Eric. Y'all said, nah, he just like them other ones. I said, all right. That's
He
all
got
right.
charged.
we know why.
You better
I said,
get
Eric
right
got
or
some
get
sense.
left.
Hey, Brandon's a liar just like Joe Biden. He said he wasn't going to raise the property tax, and look at him right now.
He gotta
Let's
find
do
a way to pay.
300. Oh, well, let's do 150.
They got to find a way to pay for them illegals and continue pushing that bullshit agenda. Hey, buddy, that shit's over with. You better get in front of it, homeboy.